Welcome, friends.
Good evening, everyone, and hope you had a nice weekend. And hope each and every day Bollywood is coming up with brand new strategies to counter the hashtag boycott Bollywood movement. And we'll be going into detail into what their latest trick is to sort of fool people in believing that hashtag boycott Bollywood is not working anymore. And so we have a lot more interesting news, as well as Salman Khan has many sons from what it looks like, or that could be like a possibility just
Or
by the
clones.
resemblance
Or clones.
or clones. So we'll be taking a deeper look into that. And so welcome Raishri, Pansy, and everyone who's tuning in live to see Candid Meena. So friends, if you do like our content, make sure to hit the like button, share it with your friends, your families, and do subscribe. Welcome Maya. Hope you had a nice weekend. So yes, so getting to the first piece of news, friends, and it is none other than Nepo kid Janvi Kapoor, who was launched by Karan Johar, if you remember. And now Janvi Kapoor is to make her South film debut opposite Junior NTR with NTR 30. That is the film name, and it is directed by Kotala Shiva. Okay, and Junior NTR will be acting in this film, and so Janvi Kapoor is given an opportunity to act opposite Junior NTR. And on Monday, the makers of NTR 30 released a poster featuring the actress. She's calm in the storm from the fierce world of NTR 30. Happy birthday and welcome on board Janvi Kapoor. Janvi also shared the poster with her fans, I mean, so called fans, on her social media account. And speaking at one of the We the Women, a flagship festival curated by Barkadat, Janvi said that after her mother Sridevi's death, she turned to work as a form of distraction. I don't think I coped with it for a very long time. I don't think I went about it in the way I should have gone about it. When we had her, my life was completely different. And when we lost her, I was bang in the middle of the shoot for my first film. It was almost as if the life I was leading before her death was an idealistic and fictional life. During COVID, when I was forced to spend time with myself, I realized how damaged I was. I was like a zombie on a hamster wheel doing things I didn't even need to do. In a race I didn't need to be in with myself and seeking the company of people that didn't really want in my life to fill a void. Janvi also spoke about the strange guilt she felt after Sri Devi's death. When I lost mom, of course, it was a huge tragedy and a hole in my heart. But there was this horrible feeling that because of my privilege and being told my entire life that I've got things so easy, there was this weird guilt that I deserved this horrible thing that happened to me. This feeling was such a weird thing to process as a young girl. So apparently, she's trying to rake in, sympathy waves from people, and you can see how she has worked her way to getting a film in South Indian film opposite one of the big stars of Telugu film industry, Junior NTR. So welcome Sonal, welcome Divided Streets, Lucille, Saurav, Trupti, Sensible Life, after a long time, Arati. So it looks like she's been given a film opposite Junior India.
So I think it's more of Boni Kapoor would have paid him, to
Yeah.
feature her in his film because everybody knows the kind of, image that NTR has. And, he has got his dedicated fan base. So with that, perhaps he's thinking that she will become, without any talent, she will still become, a hit. Now, for free, and neither NTR nor Alu or anybody is going to touch this woman because everybody knows she can't act for nuts. In fact, she's just another Alia Bhatt, So perhaps in this movie also they may give her a few seconds to, emote. That could also be, one of the things that they do. And another thing
So
is that, see, when she says that she feels guilty that after her mother died, I'm sure that these people knew exactly what happened to her mother. So to pretend that they don't know what happened to her mother and who are the people behind it, I mean, is acting, very too innocent. Yeah, because everybody knows the complete story of what happened to Sridevi. And for this girl to say that, see, I made the wrong friends and I went through a bad period. Look, in COVID, everybody underwent a change, a massive change, because that's the time when you were alone with yourself and you came to a certain sort of self-realization. Okay, but it was, see, if in her case, it was not that. In her case, she and her sister know very well what has transpired and what was the death of, how the death of her mother was caused. So if they are pretending that it happened like she just put her leg into the into the bathtub and she died, well, then it's just like saying that storks bring home babies. So these are just unbelievable facts.
Yeah, so she's trying to cash in on the popularity of her mother, who was one of the biggest actresses in Bollywood history. And she's been, I mean, life has been easy for her so far with, Karan Johar launching her, giving her,
See, also one thing, Jaideep,
back
you
to
have to
back
realize
films.
is that one thing you've got to realize is that, see, since she is a child, she was not a good-looking child. See, just like Sri Devi, she had a very large nose, which wouldn't suit, movies, especially Bollywood movies, where looks are everything. So she, either her mother or she would have got pushed on, saying that she wanted her nose changed. So if you see her earlier pictures, you'll realize that she was quite an ugly duckling, and then after she did her nose, her face changed a bit. Whereas the other girl is quite good looking. Yeah.
Yeah, so yes, and from that, the other girl, I think they've not kept her. She's not interested in films, from what it seems like, and
No, she's
apparently
interested
it
because
is
she's acting in
okay.
Zoya Khan's Archie comics series and all that. It's just that, see, they haven't focused on her. Maybe she doesn't bend to her father's rules as well as Janvi does, because you've seen that whenever Boni Kapoor is around, Janvi has this very
Yes.
frightened look of, as though she's being dominated by her father. And so I think the other girl perhaps may not be listening to her father as much as this girl does.
So yeah, so you can see from this picture, it is none other than with the blessings of Karan Johar, who is the father of nepotism in Bollywood, right? He is the one who is responsible for the rise or whatever films that she has been given in hand on a platter to the likes of Janvi Kapoor and Sara Ali Khan, because she was featured in the Coffee with the Karan show, and also she was given a lot of publicity. She was also given a lot of importance by this guy who only has a thing for nepotistic actors, and anyone outside, any outsiders are sacrificed, right? They somehow they are made to believe that they died an accidental death, they died
So
of suicide or heart attacks.
So Vishali is saying that, see, she was a very beautiful actress. But Jaideep, I've just given you two pictures. Could you just show the viewers that how she looked earlier and how she got herself changed through, plastic surgery? So I've just sent you two images which you can
Yeah.
show the audience. So Vishali, just have a look at this. Then you will know that, see how Sri Devi also changed her face and became pretty later. Just give me a minute.
Yeah, here it is.
Yes. See, this was the original Sri Devi in South Indian films. This was the time when she was very famous with Kamala Hassan. They were a couple together in most of the movies. There's one more image if you can show that as well. So you see, she's very, very ordinary looking. And here also you'll see another image of hers. This is how exactly Janvi looked, until she got her nose corrected. Yes, exactly. What God has not given naturally, plastic surgery can give artificially.
Yeah, so this is the second
Yeah, so
picture.
this is with Rajnikant. You see, she's got the same very, large nose. So this was a problem that Janvi also had, whereas the other girl was pretty looking, and these two women had to change their noses. So already Sridevi had put the seed of, vanity into this Janvi's, life, and that's how it took over. And now you see there's a massive change, and what she's done is she's also changed her size of her breasts by putting silicone. And also recently, I noticed that Alia Bhatt also, when she was getting some award from Dada Sab Phalke award from Rekha, she had also won. Either she had won, artificial boobs, or she had put silicone because she was deliberately showing how large they are. So apparently, the cabal want women with huge boobs. Yes. So let's
Yeah,
take some
so
comments.
I mean, it's quite apparent that even it looks like Janvi has a lot of work done on her body because she
Mhm.
has to look like a particular desired shape according to which the Bollywood
Yeah.
people only accept that you have to maybe have breast implants.
Yeah.
Maybe
See,
you need to look.
their preferred choice is someone like Nora Fatehi, who's not
Yes.
thin, or Sunny Leone. So these are the figures that they prefer. So they make all the actresses, do whatever surgery to get that shape. Shame on these people looking to be accepted by
Yes.
being Western sluttiness. Welcome, Savitri.
Hi, Savitri.
Yeah, even naturally, black and white Sridevi and look great. Yes, though after G's nose correction, she looked even better. Absolutely. Uh, Let me just take a few more comments. Probably her role is to be significant. It may not matter for anyone. Probably this is the way Junior NTR is paying respects to Sridevi. She also expressed that she wanted to marry a South Indian and not a Punjabi, and she's more a South Indian at heart. She's trying hard to establish, yes, see, this newly found love for South India has only come after the films became a hit. Till then, they used to call them Kala Kunda, what sort, everything. They used to make fun. Like every state in, in south of India was, Madrasi. That's how they termed it long time back. Now they need them, and so the tune has changed completely. James Bond music was created from Indian music, just to let you know. Okay, yes. Tanisha boyfriend is out today,
Tunisha.
and you won't believe it. See, this guy has a gall to say that. See, had Tanisha been, Tanisha been live, she would have, protected me, and she would have loved me, and she would have said that. See, she would have, looked after me. See the kind of lies these people weave, because just because the other person is dead. These surgeries are done because of lower self-esteem and peer pressure. One has to accept our God-given beauty. They become unrecognizable even to their families. Yeah, Meena, they used to make fun of us. Yes, yes. So here, friends, what I'd like to say is that, see, there's a song that is going viral as in the shots, like in TikTok, and you have everybody joining the wagon. It's a Tamil song, and everybody has joined the bandwagon and they're doing it. And I always get amused when I see Shilpa Shetty. She's also gone. She and this other girl, Vidya Balan, have also done it. And Shilpa Shetty cannot resist the fact that she opens her mouth, her anaconda mouth, and distorts it and you turns it and it convolutes it. It's like her mouth is her everything, and you really laugh. Is it her body she's shaking or is it her mouth? So that's the amusing part. In case you want to
So in
have a
the
look
case
at
of
that.
Shilpa Shetty, she's not seen much with Raj Kundra after the case in which he was caught, right? The
Yeah.
phone case. So you can see that she always comes alone in whatever photo or whatever song or whatever short video she posts on a social media. It is mostly seen by herself. So she is no longer seen with her husband that much open in front of media at least. I remember Mahmood always used to mock South Indian actors he had worked with them in many films. Yes, they used to call
And
South Indian.
and the irony is that his songs with the the South Indian girl in the movie used to become super hits. So you remember even at that time, South had such a magic. It was I don't remember it was which movie it was with. I think with Jitendra. Amjoli, I think, such a movie. Mahmood and another girl. It was the song was so beautiful because it was literally copied from the Tamil version. So everything taken from South is apparently very very it sells fast. Shilpa is a walking zombie. Vishali. So sad. I always felt South Indians are truly beautiful. The skin texture and hair. See, Vishali, see, there are a lot of things that what you say are true because, for example, in Kerala, people are naturally healthy. I mean, the women. I'm not talking about today's generation because they may not have the time. But earlier generation, they used to use a lot of coconut oil, and almost every day they would have a oil bath and they massage oil on their hair and also their faces. So that is why they used to glow. And also remember the kind of food that Keralites eat is very healthy. They use most of the food is steamed and they use more of coconut. Coconut is very good for your health. And then, of course, you have the natural fruits that are available there, as in bananas and everything. That's Kerala is a very fertile state, so you have everything from pineapples to cashew nut. So that's why men and women used to maintain. Then another very important secret to their youth was they used to drink jeera water hot. So whenever you go to a house, they used to give you hot jeera water. As a child, I used to wonder, see, people used to give, when we were in Pune, people used to give cold drinks. So whenever we went to Kerala, they would give us hot jeera water. And I would ask mother, why do they give hot water? I mean, who would drink that in a hot, sultry climate like Kerala? So she used to say it is mainly to, when you eat food, it makes your fat melt, and that's why, most Keralites at that time were very healthy and they did not put on weight so easily. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now,
So
have you
I mean,
noticed from Sarah Ali Khan's eyes, she looks like Lalita Pawar, except poor Lalita Pawar had a tragic accident on the sets caused by a okay. Now, coconut oil is considered super. Yes, absolutely. In
especially
fact,
against
everything, Vishali,
Alzheimer's.
everything. If you're looking at red
Yeah.
rice, which all comes from Kerala, everything that comes from Kerala is very healthy. Jackfruit is a magic fruit. If you make chapatis out of jackfruit powder, they're supposed to be the best for lowering cholesterol.
Yeah, so I mean, coming back to the topic of South Indian film stars, South Indian film stars have done remarkably well in Bollywood films in the past. Like Rekha, you had Aishwarya Rai, you had Hema Malini, and to some extent Shilpa Shetty was kind of successful. And and they used to make fun of Bollywood people used to make fun of South Indian film stars like Rajnikant, calling them Madrasis, and they also used to make fun of the lungi dress in one of SRK's films, which was opposite Deepika Padukone, right? Which was Chennai Express, and you can clearly see that they made fun of South Indian film dressing style, South Indian, So after that, after boycott Bollywood, the tables turned, and each and every Bollywood film flopped one after the other, and then you had the likes of Telugu films which became huge hits. Kannada films became huge hits, and now you have Malayalam films also becoming super hit. So and now you have RRR, winning.
So, Jade, when
Yeah,
coming to that fact, see, interesting that you said that. See, coming to that fact, see, I don't know, friends, whether you notice that, see, since the movies are not clicking or they are not becoming hits, they are now resorting to cricket on your face. Okay, so now it's not only IPL, now it's IWL, which is Women's League. Okay, and then there is some South Indian or some state league also, some ICCL or something, where
celebrity cricket league.
yes, celebrity cricket league, where you have all these losers, batting and bowling and trying to and women going all gaga over them, mostly their wives going all gaga over them. So you see, now they're trying to cash in through cricket. Because see, what is an Indian's weakness? Earlier, an Indian's weakness was always movies and cricket. Now that the movies have flopped, so they're all now leaning on to cricket. So they're putting it on your face till you vomit it. So that's what's happening in the case of cricket. And now you will see that IWL is another area where they're going to exploit young women. And of course, who's at the forefront of it? It is Ambani's wife, Mukesh Ambani's wife, who I think the more her son puts on weight, the more she loses weight, So she looks more like a skeleton now, and he looks more like a baby elephant now. So I don't know what's the, sort of communication between the mother and the child, but she should actually take a little from him, and he should take a lot from her.
So, I mean, Indians, historically, they are fond of cricket and Bollywood. And now that boycott Bollywood is very strong at the moment, will they boycott cricket watching IPL matches? Because IPL is soon to come, the new season this year. I think this month or next month, IPL will start. But will people boycott by not going to the stadiums and not buying tickets? So this is what is the next step that Bollywood is trying to use cricket as a weapon to counter the hashtag Bollywood movement, because they know cricket is one more weakness of the Indian audience, especially men, right? Who would like to maybe take some beer and maybe watch the match right on a weekend with their friends, or go to the stadium, have a nice time, and see their favorite cricketers. So that's how Bollywood is coming in through the back door, I must add. Yes, I'm all
Yeah.
for it. Neeraji can be our model, says Vishali.
Yeah, Vishali, see the advantage of coming from Kerala is you get to learn all these beats of wisdom from our mothers and our grandmothers. In fact, another thing I'd like to share with you, since Sensible Life also mentioned that she uses red rice. See, I've discovered another kind of rice, of course, which has been in focus for quite some years, and that's black rice. So if you can buy black rice, you just have to have, say, if you have a katori of that, that is enough to fill you, and it is full of fiber and antioxidants. Okay, so they say that, this is black rice is supposed to be magic rice. And I've tried that, and I found that, you can't have more than a katori. It's very filling, and it is it has a nutty flavor. So do not you people who like rice do not need to cut down on rice. Okay, just try different varieties of rice. The best rice is black rice, and then after that comes red rice. So there's a hierarchy here also. White rice has absolutely nothing because it's polished rice. So these are things. Yes, Vishali, because these are things that we learn from our parents and our grandparents, and also certain things that people should also follow is that, see, when you're sick, do not go to your MD all the time. Okay, there are a lot of things that you can cure through your off the counter kitchen counter. So a lot of these things, like COVID people are talking about, you can steam your throat. You can drink pani, and drink a lot of lime juice. So there are a lot of people who've recovered from cancer saying that, see, if you boil lemon with water with the skin, it will fight any sort of chemotherapy effects. So people try to go natural. The more natural you are kinder to your skin, your system, and other stuff in your body. Yes, Jerry.
Yeah, so coming to the main news for today, and as you know, there's a series called The Romantics, in Netflix, and it shows it was directed by Smriti Mundra, and she made this documentary called The Romantics. And what is The Romantics? It has all those Yash Raj films, the old films, and how over 50 years, Yash Raj studio has bought the biggest hits of the industry, like all those DDLJ and everything, in which SRK was a big part, right? And now apparently, this director Smriti Mundra, right? So she was asked what is her opinion on the hashtag boycott Bollywood movement, right? And this is what she said. After a dark period defined by bad faith attacks and global uncertainty around the theatrical business, it is amazing to see audiences embracing Bollywood again. It proves that our love for the movies never went away, and people are rejecting the cynicism and divisiveness of movements like hashtag boycott Bollywood, referring to the success of SRK's film Patan. So this is what she just dismissed hashtag boycott Bollywood movement, and this is how they are trying to cash in on those old the nostalgic part of Indians by showing all these films and making it into a documentary, showing all the behind the scenes of films like Dulhania Le Jayenge and all those green screen, behind the scenes. So they are somehow trying to, you know, make use of the nostalgic element in all these films, and somehow trying to, counter the boycott Bollywood movement. And this is one of the purpose, I mean, of which they released this particular series called the Romantics, and that is to sort of somehow make people forget about the bad things which happen in Bollywood, and that's why it is being there in Netflix. So that's one of the another strategy to somehow make people forget about the bad things which happen in Bollywood, and thereby stop the hashtag boycott Bollywood movement. So boycott means boycott. That includes all OTT platforms. I have skipped the romantics and Netflixes because it includes all the bullies in Bollywood.
Yeah,
Yes,
so have I. Yeah.
heard Surya, the Tamil actor, is action in a biopic directed by Prithviraj of Malayalam films. Strong connection. The biopic is about Rajan Pilay's Chitra.
Oh,
So yes,
The Britannia guy.
yes, so you can see it's all one well-oiled unit, Chitra, that all these South Indian film stars and Bollywood are like very close to each other. But only thing which I found quite interesting is that Alu Arjun rejected the SRK's offer to act in the film Jawan. So that is a very good move, and he's quite smart enough to know that people are boycotting Bollywood, as well as the other guy who is one of the leading actors in Telugu film industry, who said that Bollywood cannot afford him, right? So yeah, that's how certain film stars are quite smart. They have seen the way Vijay Deverakonda, made a fool of himself by acting in a Karan Johar film called Liger, right? And after that, the ED raided, the makers of Liger, right, for questioning regarding the funding, right? Because a lot of outside transactions were seen in the statement in the books of Liger. So yes, has Bollywood Kabal from Karachi approved Sanatan? Okay, who's Sanatan? Okay, with Virat and
Sanatan
Anushka.
Dharma. Sanatana Dharma with Virat and Anushka temple visits. We remember the open murder of Kulshan Kumar of tips, cassettes, and music.
Yes,
Yes,
Vidya, I
see,
wouldn't be
Vidya,
surprised.
this is just a ploy to show that they have changed, because everybody has been calling him Mullah Kohli. Ever since he went down on the knee in a cricket match, everybody has called him Mullah Kohli, and especially with the beard that he has, he looks like a mullah. So, and she was also, in this what you call Patal series, making fun of Hinduism. So now this couple are again acting. They are in this acting mode. Again, perhaps the script is written by Javed Akhtar.
Yeah, I was talking about Mahesh Babu Vinny. So yeah, I didn't get his name. Obscene messages are sent to reels to these kids. Don't their parents feel ashamed? Kangana is now praising Anushka and Virat. So every alternate day she will bash Bollywood, and the other day she will praise Bollywood. So that's how she's. Aka, we should have a natural remedy session. We really need to know how to deal with our health issues. Maybe the candid family will appreciate this knowledge that I look forward to. When you talk
Surely.
about natural remedy session, what exactly do you mean, Jiva?
What
Is
we were
it
talking about just now, coconut oil.
okay? Okay, in terms of dietary requirements. Okay, yes, we have taken that. Please make an appeal to ban reels for kids below 18 years at least. So obscene dance and videos are posted by these kids. Please warn their parents or send warning signal. Yes, if child abuse. Yes, to Hina. So
Now I'd
friends,
like to show you, yeah,
yeah,
I'd like to show you something which I put forward as a question to you. So the resemblance of these people, and how is it? So can you show those pictures, Jerry? Yeah, the one before. Yeah. So here, friends,
yeah.
I'd like you to look at these carefully. Do these three people on top look very similar? Because I was shocked, and then I realized that many people are looking at these three men and say that there's so much of similarity between them. The first one, his name is Zahir Iqbal. He came in that plus size film with Sonakshi, and the second person you see in the middle is Wajah Ali, who's a Pakistani actor in
Serial actor,
serials.
serial actor.
Yeah, serial actor. And of course, the third one of you all know is Suraj Pancholi. Now, these three people are very, very similar. So I was just trying to see this. This is I'm leaving it open to you. So I just tried to go back to see because I watch a few serials of Ajay Ali, and I just tried to go back to the background of the serial, and I found that it's called the producers are called Big Bang. Big Bang. Now, Big Bang series was the first company that Salman Khan was connected to in India. So now Big Bang you have in Pakistan. You have Big Bang, before with Kwan, and then Kwan, changed avatars and kicked out certain people, brought them back, because of the sexual, scams that they had with the Me Too movement,
So what is
So
Quan? For those of
Kwan
you,
is Salman Khan's company. It was Salman Khan's company.
it's a
Okay,
modeling
big.
agency. It's a
It's a yes, a modeling. No, it's a company that manages models, actors,
and
businesses.
talent, talent
Yeah. So
management.
what? Yeah, talent. So
Yeah.
what they do is they take money from you and they give you work, which is what they did with Sushant and with Ranbir Kapoor and Aishwarya. So what I'm trying to show you is that there's a link between that Big Bang in Pakistan, okay, and then this that Big Bang, even the Quan's name in India, it was managed by Big Bang first. Okay, so I'm just wondering whether there is a correlation between these two big bangs. Okay, now why these three people look very, very similar to Salman Khan? And now you see below, Zahir Iqbal was very close to Salman from the age of a child. See, you see him as a kid with a young Salman. Okay, here also he is with Salman. Similarly, with Suraj Pancholi, you see the kind of relationship that he has, Salman has. Can you just go on to the next picture, Jay? Yeah, here you will see Zahir, with Salman as a kid, and then you also see Zahir's, the way side pose. It looks exactly like Salman Khan when he was young. Now, see, we also know that Salman Khan has a hidden marriage in Dubai, which Jerry was spoken about earlier as well. Now,
Yes.
we do not know what are the connections between these people, but the kind of similarity makes them look like clones. So the first picture, as we saw, they look so similar, and even the way they act and everything looks so similar. So either they have a very huge family, and which is keeping on spreading, and they, many uncles and aunts and all looking very similar. Something is wrong somewhere. So here is a trick question to all of you. Please try to find out what you think would be the links between these people, and tell us, because it will be quite amusing. A lot of the other viewers also mentioned this to me, that Zahir looks so similar to, Suraj Pancholi and to Salman Khan. So, what does Vidya say? Wow, Meenaji, it's only here that we get to get this unique. No, it was very
Yes.
amusing, Vidya, because see the kind of mannerisms, it really surprised me. And I kept going back and forth and seeing, let's see, which are these companies that are producing it and who are these people behind it? And behind everything, there's a big bang to it. And the moment Kwan was in problem because of the Sushant's case, Salman Khan got out of it, and he said, "Kwan is not my company." You know, so they were all very frightened during that time because a lot of checking was going on through ED and all that. And this Kwan also has an office in China. Okay, so that is how they made all this money for their films. Like in, Amir Khan's movie and all, they would have made lot of money like that. So Kwan is basically a Chinese company. So is it a company to launder money, drug this thing? We really don't know, because anything with China, connection with China has a huge ramifications, because they are not straightforward. So, thank you, Bappa. Malayalam movie on 1921 Mopla Hindu genocide release, but many people trying to declare it flop. Please talk about the movie. In fact, Bappa Rawal, we have been speaking about this with the director himself, and who has converted from Islam to Hinduism. He's made a Garvapasi. Now he has been telling us everything that he has suffered, with the censorship, not only in Kerala, but the censorship in the center, and how they have harassed him. And they told him to remove all the relevant stuff. So, wherein a movie of Mopla massacre becomes Mopla, cajoling. They wanted all the atrocious, scenes removed. They wanted Moplas to look like pussycats. So finally, the movie has come out, and I would tell every viewer, please see it in support of this movie, because this director has undergone a lot of pain, and he's one of those genuine directors. So see this movie, and please, post what your comments on, social media. Okay. Jeeva.
Yeah, Savitri, Salman Khan has been linked with so many actresses, right? And we
Yeah.
have seen clearly pictures, and so I mean, this is a huge possibility that maybe
Yeah.
they could be his offspring.
Yeah. SSR and Jaya murdered in similar manner. Disha and Diva were murdered in a similar manner. What do you think, ma'am? Ma'am and Jaydev, perfect observation. Thank you for bringing up. This is a proper criminal Bollywood investigation. Suraj Pancholi involved in all the murders, SSR, Jia Khan, and Disha. And don't forget the fact that he was coming out of SSR's house after his death. What role he had there, God alone knows. So, Salman Khan manipulated Jia Khan's murder case. Please check BBC documentary on this case. Minaji, very true. Is he his real grandson? We really don't know. So I want you all to put your thinking caps and think about it. Last year, I heard Aditya Pancholi was Salman's half brother, Vinny. So these are also things that we've been listening to. Salim Khan had many affairs too. Wow, Minaji. Yeah, so we've taken that. Thank you, Vidya, for that. What is the name of this movie on Mopla massacre? Where is it being shown? Inium
Uh,
Pura Urugum. Inium Pura Urugum. That is meaning, even now the river, or Pura means, I'm not sure of what exactly, whether it's a river or a pond, it will flow. So meaning that, see, despite such massacres, life will go on. So
I've typed the name of the film in the comment
yeah,
section for those of
yeah,
you interested.
yes, and where it is being shown. Yes. There was a session with the director. Yes. Yes. 1921, Pura Modal, Pura Vare. Okay. So let me just translate that. So starting with the Pura, with the river or the pond, and going on to the pond itself. So which means that, see, it happened in that span. Have you seen a picture of someone who resembles Aditya Poncholi posing as a policeman wearing a mask After I said, yes, that was also something we discussed quite in detail, Sonal. Because the police who arrived at the scene seemed like, fake police who came in slippers, not even shoes, and they were being pushed around by this ambulance thug, that the cabal had sent in a Congress MLA's, a vehicle that was, transformed into an ambulance. So there were two ambulances that night, that evening. Yes, Anand, I've seen Aditya is a big boon. Yes, in fact, there was also this scene, in the CCTV footage where he was almost going to hit his neighbor. So these are what people, see. Another thing that I remember Jia Khan's mother was very clearly saying is that, see, these people, they market a drug, a drink which is, based on adrenochrome, to the actors. So there is a lot of hanky panky going on there. Yes. So let's go on to the next piece of news, Jerry.
Yeah. So the next piece of news. Yeah. So coming back to Nawazuddin Siddiqui, right? And apparently, would you like to take this?
Yeah. So Nawazuddin Siddiq slams his wife Alia's one-sided manipulated video against him and accuses her of holding kids hostage. Now he has finally broken the silence of his wife Alia's accusations. He has slammed his estranged wife for tarnishing his image for money. On Monday, he finally issued a statement against the allegations that his wife has accused him of. Last week, Alia posted a video claiming that Nawaz had thrown her out with their kids. Before that, she posted a video accusing him of betraying him and neglecting his responsibilities towards the kids. Now, after maintaining a silence over Alia's back to back accusations, Nawaz made it a point to disclose his side of the story. He shared a post on his social media with a still image that has 5 points. As per these points, Alia is blackmailing Nawazuddin by making these false claims. Nawazuddin further claimed that Alia wants more money, thus, she is making manipulative videos. The actor even stated that Alia is using their kids as a scapegoat to lure more money from him, and she's held the kids as hostage. Nawaz shared the post with the caption, "This is not an allegation but expressing my emotions." In the post, he wrote, "I'm termed as a bad guy because of my silence. The reason I kept quiet is because all of this tamasha will somewhere be read by my little children." He further added, "Social media platforms, media, and a bunch of people are really enjoying my character assassination on the basis of a one sided manipulative video. These are few points I would like to express." In his post, he said, "Why kids are in India and not attending school for 45 days, wherein the school is sending me letters every day that it's been too long for absence." He even added, "My kids have been, for past 45 days, missing their schooling in Dubai." He claimed that she has abandoned the kids for 4 months before calling them here on pretext of demanding more money. Siddiq went on to reveal that on average he is giving her 10 lakhs per month and 5 lakhs, 5 to 6 lakhs before she moved to Dubai with kids. Nawazuddin even backed 3 of his films so that he can help her in providing income stream. The actor even claimed that Alia has even sold luxurious cars that Nawaz had given to the kids. So that is the story, the other side of the story as far as Siddiqui is concerned. So here again, see, he took a very long time to explain it because perhaps he didn't expect it to blow so huge and for people to sympathize with his wife. So we really don't know whether he is true or his wife is, exploiting the situation. So only time can tell us like what is actually happening behind the scenes. Thanks to you for letting us know about Malikapuram and now 1921 Puramudal. So I'm also waiting, Winnie, for the time when the Kerala story will also be given permission to, because that's very important. It's how women, Hindu women, are converted and sent to, to Middle Eastern countries as wives of ISIS, and how they live in very, very bad conditions and how they come back absolutely, brain damaged. Nawaz and Alia already divorced when he was already paying her luxury life expenses. Why she came from Dubai hampering her kids' education. Yes, this is his side. So we really don't know what is actually the truth. And Siddiqui seems like a dark actor despite being a good actor. Didn't he deny his son's existence? But here, Tuhina, my doubt is that, see, even his brother said that he was not a good husband and he did not do, he did not stand by his family. So if one's own brother says that, then of course doubt comes into one's mind. Alia says Nawazuddin had left his teenage girl with his manager alone in a suite room of a five-star hotel, my God, in Dubai. Alia, his wife, has so many names and religion change. Shouldn't she also be investigated? Yes. Malikapuram is a must-watch film. The children acted so well. The faith shown in the little girl's eyes is amazing. So let us move on to the next piece of news here.
Yeah, so coming to the next piece of news, and it is with Javed Akhtar and Kangana Ranaut. Javed Akhtar, as you know, filed a defamation suit against Kangana, and a plea for an expedited hearing has apparently been approved by a court in Mumbai. And on April 19th, the court date for the procedure is set, and apparently the hearing will be done on March 23rd. And apparently, Akhtar said that this was a simple issue, that he said he's a senior person who needs the procedure to begin quickly in the sake of fairness. The actress was then asked for her thoughts on the petition. And Kangana Ranaut argued that the prosecution's handling of the case amounts to a bunch of separate matters. Akhtar argued that the request was inappropriate since it was too early to call witnesses in her favor. The songwriter said, in accordance with the rules, that he would first be given the chance to cross examine the witnesses who had been present at the court. The court has granted Akhtar's plea, albeit the specifics of the decisions are now unavailable despite Kangana's request for the rejection in her reply to the legendary lyricist case. Now, apparently, this is what's happening with the case with Kangana and Javed Akhtar, right? They have been going at it for a long time, and I do feel that there's also some sort of publicity either for both of them, whether it is negative or positive publicity. It is publicity at the end of the day, and as you know that Kangana Ranaut. Today she praises Bollywood, and tomorrow she will abuse Bollywood. So that's the kind of U-turner she is. Yes, crime happens because of the silence of the law, allowing victimization of people by the law breakers, corrupt, arrogant, super rich, and most so-called superstars. Would you agree? Enforce laws. You're on mute.
Yeah. So a lot of things, True Indian. See, first of all, see, judiciary are enjoying a holy holiday. Okay. When so many pending cases are there in the courts. And when they come back, they are so interested in running the government, as if we do not have a prime minister and his cabinet ministers. So they are more interested in, doing the jobs of others than their own jobs. Okay. So what you said is absolutely true, and unless judiciary is selected in a judicial manner, not like a dynasty, things will change. They cannot decide who should be the Supreme Court judge, or who will follow or who will follow. It has to be properly done in a democratic manner. This is very, very important. And then the pressure on these lawyers who are doing these cases, if they are not given a time span to solve it, strict punishment should be given. Okay. The cases are going on for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. People would have died, victims would have died, victims' family would have died, the killers themselves would have died. This is something that happens only in India. No interest in Bollywood. Entire Bollywood is corrupted, says Asha. Next movie of Kangana will be called U-Turn. Vishali, yes. Malikapuram is totally good, except last few minutes where unnecessarily introduced M character. I don't understand why we. Yeah, here let me tell you, Lakshmi. The reason being that, see, in such a state like Kerala, questions are asked every second, and it's more like a jihadi state. So here they would have questioned the fact that, see, why are you showing only a all Hindu character movie, But here, what the director wanted to show is that, see, other people from other religion also respect, Hinduism, Sanatana Dharma, and our gods, and that is why he put in that again to show it's secular. Of course, Indians have that weakness because we can never get out of that. You have to be only a Yogi ji or a Himanta Biswa to
Otherwise, the
give
censor
nicely.
board won't pass the film.
Yes, and the kind of speech that Yogi ji gave. He said that we will, make mafia dust. We'll mix them in dust. See, that's the kind of stuff we want to hear. Yes, her emergency is coming. What is the exact spelling? Madikapuram or
The second one which you have
no,
written,
the first one.
right?
The first one, Malikapuram. Malikapuram means it's like, a huge mansion where the gods reside. So not the second, it's the first one with you. Catching live after so long, I always watch the videos later, Meenaji. Ankita, thank you so much. Malikapuram, yes. They had shown the faith through a girl's eyes, which represents every Sanatani. Absolutely. So, with this, we will conclude this session. Thank you so much, friends, for joining us in large numbers. And please think about what I had spoken about, the resemblance of so many young men to a particular family, is surprising us. And it's really making people wonder what's going on. So, do come to some sort of conclusion in our next session. Thank you so much. So, it's just like I'm giving you some homework to do, in school.
And make sure to hit the like button.
Yeah. So thank you. Good night and Jai.
Then.